Hey survivors! Feeling overwhelmed by all the settings while creating a social server? Wondering how to customize it to fit your style? In this video, we'll go over all the parameters you will encounter while setting up your social server, helping you quickly get started with the social server system. Let's kick things off with some basic functions on the top bar of the server setup interface. The first yellow triangle icon lets you open or close the social server. The second green triangle icon allows us to simulate the battle environment with the current parameters before officially starting the server. This free simulation battle will last for 3 hours, and only the server host can enter it. Next, the server tab shows the current number of players online, revenue, restart time, and the remaining rental time of your server. Here, you can also share server host privileges within the battle with up to 4 other players by adding their IDs. Then, we have Save and Snapshot. The Save function allows players to keep the current server settings. You can check, apply, and share these configurations in the Snapshot tab. Plus, you can favorite and use settings shared by other players with this feature. Next, the guide has all the functional commands for server hosts, along with the IDs for items, monsters, and strongholds. For example, by referring to the guide, we can use the command add MST1008 to add an EG mutant. Earnings let you see the total revenue your server has earned and shows how much you can currently withdraw. The next two clear functions will wipe all settings in the unit library and incident library, so please be careful. We will introduce these two functions further in upcoming tutorials. Finally, Auto Recruit can be used to post recruitment messages in the social server channel at certain intervals during specific times. Now, let's move on to the basic parameters. Firstly, choose which server you want to set up in this drop-down list. Set your battle name and description, but be sure to avoid sensitive words. In the next drop-down menu, select the map you want to use: Civilization Continent, Land of Dawn, or Dawn Islands. In the camp building section, you can choose to import existing building data. Buildings added in this way will be indestructible. Then move down. On the first line, level building destruction interval and level building refresh interval are used to modify the automatic destruction time and refresh time of camp buildings. For example, if they are set to 1000 and 10 respectively, the camp building will be automatically destroyed every 1000 seconds and will refresh again after 10 seconds. In the text section, you can label your server as Batch Server, Battle Server, or RPG. Both Batch Server and RPG are classic batch contesting gameplay modes. The Battle Server is all about pure PvP gameplay, where you need to set a battle zone as the combat area. You can find the code for each battle zone in the guide. Go to the next line. Battle restriction decides whether players with emulators can enter this social server. Home loot restriction basically controls whether houses in this server can be destroyed. If you set it to a limited time, you will also need to specify the time period. For example, if I set the start time to 20 and the duration to 2, houses can be destroyed from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. The PvP restriction can be set to no restriction, limited time, or banned. If it is set to ban, players will not be able to deal damage to each other. If you select Break Protection in Building Protection, buildings and facilities will not disappear when destroyed. Instead, they will become a repairable red state. The building destruction affects the drop rate of materials when facilities are destroyed. No restriction and ban options determine whether materials will drop. With Break Protection enabled, Only a portion of the resources will drop after the destruction of facilities. Next, death drop determines whether a survivor's resources will drop upon death. You can control the number of players allowed on the server by adjusting battle members and prevent unwanted players from joining the battle by setting a battle password. Delete time, measured in seconds, controls the duration of the battle. Make sure this value is greater than 604,800 to ensure badges will appear in the battle. Respawn protection time ranges from a minimum of 0 seconds to a maximum of 5 seconds. Game time limit, measured in hours, prevents players with less playtime than the specific value from entering the server. Cancel safe zone, also measured in hours, removes the safety protection of the trade zone after a certain amount of time remains in the battle time. Then, go down for some checkboxes. On the first line, by checking anti-cheat verification, you can block players who haven't passed the anti-cheat verification. Limited time supply switch stops certain resources from spawning in the early stage of a battle, such as advanced firearm and C4. The battle record board shows the top 10 survivors with the most kills in the battle, and this feature is only available in the battle server. To the second line, ban show weapon skins aims to disable skins. Ban official plans will remove all official recipes from the craft menu. Don't refresh official monsters can eliminate all original monsters from a battle. Next line, don't refresh official supply can delete all original official supplies, such as oil drums and supply boxes. Ban radiation mechanism can cancel radiation damage in radiation zones. Force trade zone resurrect ensures that survivors will respawn in the trade zone after dying. Next, you can remove ores, plants, NPC houses, anti-gravity launcher, battle shop using the checkboxes on this line. Forbid repair mechanism will disable the maintenance mechanism for cabinets. Cancel drop damage allows players to fall from heights without taking damage. Start supplies teleport permits players to transfer resources from their operation bases into the social server. In the last line, by checking the boxes, you can disable player talents and beginner tasks. We hope you now understand the basic functions and parameters of the social server and how to use them. In our next guide, we will dive into battle parameters, resource parameters, special parameters, and building documents. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. See you in the next tutorial, survivors!